So, Mr. Farnsworth, how has your time been at VHS so far?
Well, I think I've had a really great time at Biddeford High School so far. I think that when I started here, I was really overwhelmed with the amount of support. Like, my colleagues were very supportive of me. They were checking in with me saying, do you need anything? Is there anything I can help with? Do you need help making assignments? And really, at the beginning, I was kind of worried about being on my own and jumping into being a new teacher. It's pretty daunting, but the amount of support I got from everyone really made it a lot easier. So I'm really thankful to the other teachers in the math department, especially, and administration. I think it's been, yeah, I've really been having fun. Yeah.
Okay. How would you address the wide range of student ability in the classroom?
Well, it is a pretty difficult balancing act, let me tell you, because I have classes with quite a few students. I have one class with over 20 students, and each of these students are at a different position in the learning progression. And so every day I have to think about, okay, how do I support students who maybe don't have, maybe aren't quite up to speed with the prerequisite skills as I'd like. Or maybe I have to think about, okay, the students who run through everything super quickly, they just get it the first time around. And so I have to come up with additional things for them or support them in going above and beyond. So it is a difficult balancing act, but I try to make materials, like I said, for everyone. So things covering the prerequisites. I try to do a lot of review in my classes. I provide notes on Google Classroom every time we have a lesson, so that students can have those graphic organizers and things like that available.
As someone who's experienced in different math classes, I have actually never seen a teacher who puts all notes on Google Classroom. And I feel like that's something more teachers should do, because somebody like me, I always have notes for everything. I have really bad memory. So I'll write down everything that I really want. And if you're missing a class, like just a few days ago during pep rally, I had actually been called out too early. I missed my block 4 and block 5. My block 4 is math with Chaponis, and I missed out on everything we had learned that day. But if we had notes on Google Classroom, I could have gone home and actually written those down in my notebook, so I would be able to work on the homework the next day. So I absolutely love that about your class.
Yeah, and I definitely agree that it's, I think it's helpful, for one, supporting students who are out of class for whatever reason. It's not always something that they can help, that students have health reasons. They're not just skipping school for the heck of it, right? And another thing is, I'm a big proponent of helping students help themselves, so making those resources available. I also put videos on Google Classroom, lesson videos. And really it's also a transition to higher education, like college, because pretty much almost all college professors that I had when I was in college, they put their notes online. So those lesson notes were available, and I think it kind of makes sense to help students transition as well.
All right, thank you. And you already really discussed how you would handle those students. Next question, do you like the environment and events that happen here?
Yeah, I do like the environment at Biddeford quite a lot. I think one thing that's fun for me is going to the pep rallies that we've had. And I know these past few years it's been difficult, like we didn't have pep rallies, but I really love the class songs and the class dances. Where I went to school, high school, we didn't really have class songs, but it is really cool to see the creativity of the students who put together that and organized that, and then the whole class puts on really a show at the pep rallies, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, definitely the environment, I love it here.
All right. Have you found any other colleagues, teachers, to actually be friends with yet?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've made a few friends so far. Mr. Cruz was my mentor teacher last year, so we spent a lot of time together and chatting, and yeah, he checks in with me still when he comes to see me and asks how I'm doing and things like that. and Mr. Grover, we figured out that we actually went to the same high school, and we were there the same years, but we actually never ran into each other the time we were in high school, so that was pretty funny, and we were able to bond over that. But yeah, I do go over to see Mr. Grover pretty regularly. Like, we chat about math, like problems that we think are interesting, and we work on together, so as they were pretty good friends.
All right. Tell us about your story coming here to BHS. Anything to say about the way Cruz was with you last year?
Well, I think when I started, like I said, it was pretty daunting when I became a full-time teacher, but I was here last year doing my student teaching. So as part of my master's program, I'm going to USM, I had my internship. And so I was here last year just kind of supporting Mr. Cruz and gradually transitioning to teaching on my own. So I think the gradual transition really helped a lot. And Mr. Cruz, I think, definitely supported me very much in my journey here, because I think some of the things that I really wanted to work on, like some of my goals, I wanted to get more organized, I wanted to have better classroom management, like be able to have a good awareness of where everyone's at and keeping everyone on task. And those are things that Mr. Cruz is really strong at, and he has a lot of strategies, so he was able to teach me a lot. So I'm very thankful to him.
All right. What gave you the interest of actually being a teacher?
So I think it started for me when I was in college. So I went to RPI, Rensselaer, and my degree was in computer science. But while I was there, I worked one summer at a camp, a summer camp, and it was a technology STEM-focused camp, and I taught electrical engineering there to kids aged 7 to 9. And that was a pretty awesome experience, I would say. It was pretty challenging, but it was also really fun, and I think it kind of gave me a taste of, okay, I enjoy teaching, and I like helping kids learn. So that kind of got me started, and I spent also that following year as a TA at college in some of my classes. So I was a physics mentor, and that was pretty cool as well. So I just really enjoyed kind of supporting the learning and then helping students move forward. So I think that's really where my interest started.
All right, nice to hear. And that was really your story coming to BHS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for your time. It was really
You're welcome.
It was really nice to know more about you.
Yeah, it's great to be a part of this interview. Thank you.